Back and forth ball game until the fourth quarter. So what do you feel changed? Your team was able to pull this game out.
I think we finally were able to get multiple stops defensively. And, Jackson being on the bench opened things up for us to be able to go inside. And we did a really good job of pursuing the basketball. We got some offensive rebounds. We had a couple really big plays defensively. We trap it in the corner. They're off the inbound. Snea Hilton comes in and does an amazing job of changing tempo for us defensively and offensively. And so I think everybody who came in stepped up and, made a major role. But those are moments that really stand out in terms of just defensively getting stops. And India Rogers had an amazing third and fourth quarter.
Yeah, is it Rogers today maybe that we haven't seen a lot of? You talk about in practice, and maybe we haven't seen her enough in the games yet just because of a small sample.
No, I think since Cal, that's what you saw today is how she looked at Cal. When we played in their tournament, she continued that a little bit at Wake, but she's so dangerous because she's a 3-level scorer. She's great in ball screen action. She can shoot it. She can get to the rim. She can pass it. Her vision's great. And so we just really spread the floor out in the third and fourth and put the ball in her hands, and she made the right decision.
We're just 8 games into this season, and you've already matched your regular season win total from last year. What are your thoughts so far, and what's been the biggest difference this year?
Well, I think there's a few things. Number one, our players who returned really have done a great job of working on their game, working on their mindset. They've got a different level of lock-in, understanding to them. And then obviously we upgraded in terms of just our roster. We were able to bring some pieces in our freshman class and our transfer class that have helped us with some experience and obviously with talent.
You mentioned about Hilton, but it also
I'm messing with Mackenzie.
What's that?
I was messing with Mackenzie.
Oh.
Go ahead.
You mentioned about Hilton, but it seemed like the whole game you're really frustrated on the offense. And you look at their final numbers, 16 turnovers, only 30%. What do you think your defense was able to do to get the success you had today?
Well, number one, they have all 5 of their starters average double figures, and so that was it. Like we had to lock in on those 5, and we wanted to either get to their bench or frustrate them and take away what they do well. And so it was limit threes for 13 and 0. And Smile Nichols is a great player, freshman who really gets. It's a 3-level score, and it was not letting her go left, not letting her get to the free throw line. She went 6 times in the first half, but didn't go back for the third and fourth. So I think it was just locking into personnel, taking away their first options, and we did a pretty good job of that.
What do you think could have been done to maybe get out to a quicker start or pull away sooner than the fourth quarter?
I think we had some wasted possessions in the first and second quarter. Our conversation at halftime was, you know how this feels? This is how it's going to feel the entire game. Every possession is so important. And that's how it should be. And so we've got to make sure we value possessions. And if we value possessions, then we can't have turnovers for 3 seconds in the lane. We can't have errant passes. We can't have surprise shots. The shot I take shouldn't surprise you, and the shot you take shouldn't surprise me. We can't have illegal screens. So and if we take a good shot and miss it, because that happened some in the first half too, we missed a ton of layups, we missed a ton of open shots. Those fell in the third and fourth. And then I thought we did a pretty good job of valuing the possession. Okay, here we go.
How did it feel to get this win, knowing how the game ended last season at Kansas?
I'm excited for the team. Obviously, we talked about it out there. I think we at their place last year. That's when Janiyah goes down. That's when Sydney Roby goes down. We get blown out 77-42. There's going to be a lot of games, a lot of teams that we play this year, we played last year. For us, it's about taking the next step. And that's what we had in front of us today. It'll be somebody else Wednesday. It'll be somebody else after that. But it's taking the next step. And we've got to continue to move the needle. But I'm excited for our team. We've got to be able to live in the moment and enjoy it, but then get back to business tomorrow and focus on the next game.
You've won 3 straight big games against Power 5 teams, but your next 5 are against teams outside the Power 5. How key is it to keep your team focused during the stretch?
Huge, right? Every time we practice, every time we play, we're thinking about January, February, March, April. That's what our focus is. We've got a long way to go still in terms of who we want to be and how we want to finish. And so shame on us if we have a different mindset because of who's in front of us. We have a ton of respect for Aqua and Lamar. She played here. She runs really, really good stuff. She's got some talented players. And so we're going to respect everybody that we see.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.